All right, so usually I know that we go for a while, just like usually we hover around what hour and a half, 2 hours, sometimes three if we're really feeling good.
Holy moly.
Um, yeah, no, we people. Here's the thing: people always think, "Oh, I can't do that for this much time." If you find a topic you're passionate enough about, you'll talk for 3 hours, easy. And usually you don't have to be led or anything. I just had somebody on last week, and I was like, "Hey, the Lakers," and he just talked about LA and different like architecture. It was like 3 hours, but we're gonna try something a little different today. It's gonna be more of a lightning round, so we're gonna go 5 minutes just on a bunch of topics, and we're gonna see how that goes here. So, um, damn it, I wish we could have like a poll. I need more followers. Once, I mean, once you. Because live streaming in topics and being like, okay, what should we talk about, and having people actually
Yeah,
respond
no,
would
that
be
would be great.
super sweet.
Now, I
Because
don't
that
want
would
to have
actually
to
work way
scream.
better.
Can I just lean in? I
As
don't want
long
to
as
scream.
this isn't like a little, it should be about that size on the screen.
Okay, is this good?
Yeah, a little bit louder.
Okay, I'm going to pull it towards me a little bit. How about that?
Yeah, press it. Awesome. Now I'm leaving that in.
Sorry, that was my phone.
Yeah, no, I'm leaving that in. So, all right, we're about a minute and a half in already. What was the first topic? Just even if it's a really broad one that you can think about.
First topic, super easy, politics. Right? I mean,
Super easy as far as like having like an opinion on it, but I
sure.
don't think super easy to like broach like the whole.
No. Okay, so we got 5 minutes and let's go. So, politics. Okay, so we have so many things. We have our local elections, we have our uh, federal elections.
All right, that's the easy first one. Um, are you going to mail in your ballot?
Ooh, that's a good one. I am not going to mail in my ballot. I am going to fill out my ballot and I'm going to walk it into a polling place. So I did originally think I was going to mail in my ballot after hearing Trump's wild, just really wild talk. I don't think I'm going to do that. I feel like I'm better off just doing all my research here at home and then walking it into the polling stations on November 3rd.
I feel like that's the better route to go, especially in Arizona. I just feel like that's the better route to go. I've seen a lot of people on Instagram have already mailed in their ballot, which I feel like if you're in California or Texas or New York, that's probably a little bit easier to do in like places that are a little bit more like used to big populations.
I feel like, well, to me, I feel more comfortable. His threats have implied that we're not sure how mailing, how mailing your ballots is going to fare in the future, and I just feel to be on the safe side. I just want my ballot with everybody else who walked in and voted.
I think that too. I just think that when you go to play, like I feel, like whenever I look at okay, what do I need to know about the nation? I look at California, Texas, Florida, and kind of New York, but not really, because when you look at California, you're looking at all of rural California, and also San Francisco and LA. So San Francisco, Sacramento, Oakland, LA, San Diego, and then you're looking at Salinas and Blythe and all
Right.
these other places too. So I feel like if like you can't really screw around in California and Texas because there's too much business there. So I feel like yeah, you can probably mail in your ballot in parts of Texas and you'll be fine. Arizona, I don't think has that much gravity.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I just don't trust. Same with Georgia. Like I've heard too
Yeah,
many things.
there's certain
weird
states that I
things
think
coming
get
out
a
of
little
Georgia.
sketchy, like Florida, that I just feel like there might
Florida's
be some.
always weird because they always have a recount for some reason.
I'm
Always
just
in Orlando, if you've
I'm
noticed.
uncomfortable, so I'm just gonna go ahead and mail it in.
Yeah.
I feel like that might be a little bit better for at least my peace of it may not be that it's gonna be exactly what I want, but my peace of mind
Yeah.
will be able to sleep at night.
Yeah. Because you know, at least you see it going.
Yeah.
You know
And
that
I
it's
just
in
feel
a ballot
a lot
box.
better with that.
Yeah.
So okay, so we agree on that.
Have
Did-
you figured out anyone that you're voting for, or have you not really done the
Absolutely.
research
Well, as
yet?
far as the big ticket is definitely Kamala Harris and Biden. I
Why that?
I
Hold on.
she
We know why because we've gone over that but you did a very interesting thing there, and you named the vice president first.
I loved seeing her in the debates. She was such a strong, assertive woman, and I just I just loved seeing her reactions. I love seeing her be her. I love seeing her not trying to sugarcoat something. I love seeing her just be her out there against somebody who was definitely trying to just show some sort of persona, actually some sort of anything, because he looked very just not.
Pallid is the
He
way
looked
that.
yeah he looked very pallid, and I was just she just really made me feel proud of her and what women can do as well as a mixed or black woman. I just felt really that she empowered a lot of people, and I was very, very happy to see her.
So that's another question too. Oh, two questions.
So for me,
One's-
Kamala Harris, I'm voting for Kamala Harris, but Biden comes on the ticket. So if he's the express train that
you're
has to
weird
get
like
her
that,
there,
though,
then
because like you'll order fries from McDonald's and it happens to come with a Big Mac. Like
eh.
I know, I told you it's loud. But that so two more questions. One's really really quick, and the other one not so much.
Okay,
it's a
we're
little bit
approaching
deeper.
our 5-minute mark.
I'm telling you, you're gonna. Would
Actually,
you?
I think we've gone
Do you
over.
want vice presidential debates to stay?
I liked, well, I don't know. In this case, I really liked seeing Kamala Harris. I don't know if I would necessarily want to see them always stay, but I really liked seeing her. I do like the, yeah, I'm going to go with yes. If I
Yeah,
have to
me
make a
too.
quick answer, yes, because I feel like they kind of tell the story of what the president-elect is actually trying to do.
Yeah, me too. That's what I think.
So,
and
yes.
Did you have more pride in Kamala Harris for being black or for being a woman?
Gosh, I don't know. I felt like, first of all, it's hard to tell because a lot of women and a lot of black women get disrespected all the time, and they're the microaggressions. You know, they're when you get, okay, it happened just today. Sorry guys, that is my timer for 5 minutes, but we're going to
Finish
go
your
a little bit
thought. Yeah,
over.
finish your thought.
It happened just today. Today we had a contractor come to the house to, well, in fact we had two. We had two contractors come to the house, replace the loud ass air conditioning unit in the back.
This could be
so-
really funny if it didn't get picked up because we're too far away.
Right,
And we're
yeah.
just complaining
So
about it.
so they're going to come replace it. One contractor, a man, a white man, he came in and he spoke to me. He spoke to my husband, your dad. He spoke to David, and he made eye contact with both of us. He explained everything to both of us. Now,
Was that the first guy?
the first person. Now he did happen to be he immigrated here from Poland, and he's been
wow.
here, I believe, less than 10 years. So he has a
He's
little bit of
pretty
a
new.
yeah, he has a little bit of a different perspective. But we had a great conversation. We laughed about things. We talked about things.
Did he
it
come
was,
straight
it
from
was
Poland
great.
to Arizona?
Connecticut, then Arizona.
Oh, okay.
So really great, really great. Second guy comes in. He's lived I think all of his life here in Arizona. I came in a little bit later, as I did with the first guy also. I asked a question. He was kind of dismissive and looked at David and answered it. But then the really telling part was that he was telling me about how I can pay another extra whatever. And I said, no, that's okay. We don't need that service. And he said, stop, listen to what I'm saying. And at that point I thought, you will never get 1 cent of my money.
fuck that guy.
And the reason I didn't like that, and I understood that, because he did go on to say that money will be rolled into the price, but the way that you said it, you're a salesman, and the way that he said it was very, I'm talking here, so back off, and I'm talking to him, so
Yeah,
I'm sorry, we're a team here, so you won't see my money.
Because like the whole stop, if you, from what you're saying, if you can say it like a hold your horses type way, like whoa, hold on, but wait,
If you
there's
yeah,
more.
exactly. If you say, but
You
wait,
can
there's
say
more.
things like that.
You can, but the way he said it was not that way. He said,
Yeah, no, that's not
stop,
cool.
listen, stop, just listen. I was like, oh, just listen. And at that point, I walked off. I was like, I don't need this from
No.
you.
No.
And so that's what I'm saying. So women and black women get disrespected in that way all the time. So I was proud of her. I think I was more proud to see her as a black woman saying, I'm speaking, so you need,
She was very
she was
graceful,
commanding,
which is-
she was graceful and commanding at the same time, which was a beautiful synchrony to me, because she was just, I thought that she embodied the strong but very meek personality that you need to get change done.
So the thing is, my issue with Kamala Harris has pretty much been the same with day one. She's a cop. But
Don't
what
reduce her
well,
like
hang
that.
on. Because what I'm seeing here, what
You
I'm
did it
looking
too.
at, I did. Sorry
Say
about
sorry.
that.
Okay.
I did.
Well,
Right. See. So here's what I've been noticing about Kamala Harris. That's how a lot of people have framed her. And like, listen, you're still a cop. I still don't need to trust you. But I wonder if it's less. It seems like less of the kind of typical like, I'm a cop. I can do what I want, and more of a I'm a cop. We need to fix this. We need to clean this up. That's what it kind of feels like more to me. Is that she wants to clean things up. The problem is, I don't know if that translates to legalizing weed. If that translates
she said
to...
she wanted to legalize marijuana on a federal level.
That's a huge step.
Yeah, she did.
Because I know Biden's been kind of non-committal about that.
On the debate, she said it. And
Okay.
that was something else that I thought was, I'd like to see happen. I'd like to see, and I'd like to see... I would like to see it legalized in a way where those people who were prosecuted for marijuana, I mean, my goodness.
They need those sentences and all.
Yeah.
Like,
I
a
think
20-year bid for selling weed in the 70s?
I mean, are we kidding here?
No.
Come on, people. And so I think that, so I was very, very, very proud of her, and I was really happy to see her there. And I know that this is a mutual relationship, and that Biden needs somebody on his side to win, because he couldn't win on his own. But I also feel like this is a great way for Kamala Harris to get to where she hopefully wants to be.
So, and this is, I know we're over time, but one more thing, because I just thought about this, because agreeing is boring. I'm not watching the debates, and you are. Can you say why? Let me say why I'm not.
Am I going to think it's super stupid?
Probably.
Oh, gosh.
We've been seeing what these candidates have been saying for about 5 to 6 years now on Twitter and Instagram and a lot of other places. So for me, to me they're just reiterating what they've been saying, only in front of a live audience. So I don't really feel the need to watch them. But why are you watching?
Because, first of all, you haven't been seeing what they've said. You've been reading what someone else said they said.
No, I mean like from their actual Twitter page.
So you go on their Twitter page?
I've read their Twitter pages.
The reason I like the debates is because I get to see them actually from their mouth. I get to see them speak from their mouth to the camera what it is they're really trying to relate. And let me tell you, when you see their eyes, when you see their inflections, you see their eyes, you see their gestures, that stuff means a little bit more or less than what you saw, than what you read. When I saw Mike Pence sitting there with his extremely dead eyes and judgmental face and non-committal voice, it just reiterated to me that he is merely a puppet, and that he's there to carry out the bid of his maker.
So you're
That's it.
Putting faces to names pretty much.
Yeah, when I saw Kamala, I was able to see the vivaciousness and the drive and the desire, and her eyes. Guys, you got to go back and look. Her eyes looked alive. She looked like, no, this isn't going to happen. Or, yes, this is happening. Yeah. But she looked alive, and which brings their words to another level. When you see somebody say something, it brings the whole topic to a whole different level. And that's what I like to see. I like to see, that's what I want to see in here, because I want to be able, I'm a person that likes to see, feel, taste. I got to mull it over. I got to, hold it and touch it. And that's how I'm able to do that, is by watching it.
That makes sense. Mm-hmm. That makes sense, because I do think that Biden-Trump one was a huge waste of time.
No, that was not a waste of time. I think the reason that was, to me, they're almost both the same person. I think we got a light beer version of one or the other. But to me, I was able to see again these two fairly old men try to act as though whatever they're saying is remotely relevant. And it was just, I wanted to see, one of them appeared very grandfatherly to me. The other appeared to be somebody that I would have a hard time helping out if something went wrong. That I would have to dig down deep and say, hey, okay, God, listen, you got to help me on this one, because he's not somebody that I would normally want to help. But I don't want to see another human being hurt. So help me just muster it all up. And please send someone that does really care for him, because I don't. That's how that is. But, so I was able to see that. And that's what I thought was another benefit,
So you're not really about the content as much as because you know what they've been saying too.
Yeah, I
Like,
want to
it's
see
not
people.
really
I
a
like
secret.
people. I like meeting the people. I like
Okay.
getting to know the
Okay.
person. I like getting to know. I want to see your soul. I don't want to like. I get your words, big whip. Anybody
makes
can say
sense.
anything, but I want to see your soul.
That makes sense. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. All right, so
Are we almost? We got 15 minutes, bro, and then I'm out.
that was 15 minutes.
Oh,
No, we just
I know,
did
15 more minutes.
So what's the next topic you got?
I thought you were picking topics.
So, no, you said let's start with one. Politics. Like you said that.
Okay, all right. So what's the? We want to do an MSN kind of thing, like how they do politics. I think they do actors and actresses or something. I don't know.
Okay. Sidebar.
Sidebar.
This is the game me and Legend play all the time. What ethnicity is this person? No, actually, no, that's not it. Is this person black? Giancarlo Esposito.
I don't care.
Do you know who he is?
No.
Okay. Have you ever seen him before?
No.
Okay, look him up really fast.
You told me not to touch my phone.
And I'm telling you to touch your phone, but I'm not telling
Okay.
you because you're my mom.
Right on.
So Giancarlo Esposito. Giancarlo Esposito is an extremely famous actor. He played Gus Fring in Breaking Bad. He played somebody in. Oh, I think he's going to be in the new Into the Heights movie. He was the pastor from The Get Down. He was Moff Gideon from The Mandalorian, which is actually coming out. Oh, season 2 comes out in 2
Oh,
weeks.
is that the guy who did the voice thing? That.
What voice thing? He's going to be in Far Cry 4 or 5. This is going to be Far Cry 5. He's playing Anton
him?
Castillo.
I would say maybe black. I don't care.
Okay, he is born in the Netherlands to a black mother and Italian father.
Oh, that's good.
I thought he was Puerto Rican or Dominican.
Sorry, I don't care about that.
He wears a lot of straw hats, and so
Oh.
I assume Dominican.
Maybe he's just a gardener.
But we have yeah. I mean, that's an easy topic to blow off. So we don't. So now we know that the MSN way of actors and actresses doesn't work because you don't care about actors.
I'm
or
sorry, I
actresses.
don't.
So
I know, I'm really bad
let's
with that.
prove
Okay.
that point really quickly.
Okay, let's talk about this.
That
How
big
do
ass
you...
gecko over there.
Where? If it's bigger than my hand, it's not a gecko.
Look right
It's a
next to the
lizard.
flower pot.
Oh,
Just-
okay, that was a gecko.
That probably wasn't a gecko, guys. It's type.
Okay, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about during COVID eating in a restaurant?
Weird.
Me too, right?
Weird.
Like, what's the point? I don't understand
Even weirder,
it.
I'm going to top you on that. I saw people going into a buffet.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so if you're looking to get COVID, that's where you go. Like
Right,
if you're
yeah.
tired of working and you just need a quick sickness, like, hey bro, I got COVID, I went to a buffet, I'm down now.
Here's my thing about buffets.
They're that okay. Buffets are not even that safe when there's
Already.
not one, right?
Right.
When there's not an epidemic, and now you're gonna go to a buffet just to, I don't know, top yourself off.
I've seen people use the same plates at buffets.
Well, hold on now. If it's my own plate, why can't
No,
I do that? Why not?
Because you're already touching the plate. Whatever you had on the plate is now going back to wherever. Like, I feel like people think that
But-
germs like take time.
No, what I'm saying though, if
Like
it's my
like
plate,
this isn't Osmosis Jones where that like, hey, all germs to the bus stop. Like it's not Osmosis Jones. Like,
but if I have my plate and I go put more food on my plate,
so there's that split second. You know how you ever seen those videos of somebody
I am
running
hungry
and there's
right
a
now,
split second of somebody in the air? And it looks like they're jumping. They're not actually jumping, but there's that split second. There's that split second when it is tongs to plate to food.
okay, but who's
To
taking?
hand.
Who in the world is touching a serving spoon to their plate?
Children and idiots.
Okay,
And that is 2 of the 3 type of people that go to buffets.
all right. So yeah, you're right.
Children, idiots, and old people. Children, idiots, old people, and families are the only people that go to buffets.
Okay, so you're right. So
That being said, I love a good pizza buffet.
oh, I don't want a pizza buffet, but
I like pizza buffets mostly because it gives you a bunch of different types of pizza, and usually
good
there's
Lord.
an arcade there.
most of Chuck E. Cheese.
I was thinking Cece's, but yeah.
Oh no, what's that other place we used to go
Cece's.
to? No, the one in Texas.
Peter Piper. No, Cece's. That one was Cece's.
No, it wasn't.
Yes,
It was a big, huge.
Oh, are you talking about Mr. Gaddy's?
Mr. Gaddy's. Yes,
Do you
Mr.
remember when I lived
Gaddy's.
in Oklahoma for like 6 months?
Yes.
They had Gaddyland there.
Gaddyland.
I went like 4
Gaddyland.
times. It was pretty much the same, except the naming rights were different in Texas.
Mr. Gaddy's.
I would open up a Mr. Gaddy's right now.
Oh, Mr. Gaddy's.
I would love that. You know what? That's another business that I've thought about doing, is like a Mr. Gaddy's, but for adults. And then I realized that that's just Cobra Arcade with pizza.
Oh, that's Dave and Buster's with pizza.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, only pizza though. Pizza and wings. That's
No,
it.
okay, so a good buffet to me is stuff that I want to eat that I'm not going to cook at home. So.
But you cook almost everything at home.
Right, but okay, so stuff that I don't want to fry anything. So does it have like good chicken? Sure. Does it have some good fried okra? Sure. Does it have some righteous macaroni and cheese? I'm so hungry right now.
This segment is sponsored by Old Country Buffet.
Does it have some, or my mom's house? If she would make that, I'd eat over there.
You heard that, Bean? We're coming for you.
Yeah, so if she would do it, I would eat there. But yeah, that's what a good buffet. Okay, or in Tokyo, I had a delicious seafood buffet that I would most definitely do again.
But not the one in Hawaii.
No, not that one.
Which was world famous for some reason.
It was what it was. But I would definitely do another one.
And this is the best part about my mom. What she's not telling you is that this buffet was part of an international business gala dinner. So like my mom, so I remember we went to New York and you were like, no, it's a really great place, Manhattan. I just love living in uptown Manhattan. Oh really? Yeah, so does everyone.
Yes, well,
so
beautiful.
let me get this straight. You'd like to live in uptown Manhattan and go to seafood buffet galas?
Yes.
Right. That's everyone.
It was wonderful. It was wonderful.
Of course
so
it
I would
was.
do that again.
People make movies about that.
So anyway, we are on the same page as far as going to during COVID, walking into a restaurant with a mask on, taking the mask off to eat as if COVID doesn't know that you can't jump in someone's mouth or air follicles. You know.
I feel like you're trying to say air molecules.
Well, I'm thinking
because follicles are definitely the thing on the top of your head.
You're right. But what I'm picturing in my head is
osmosis Jones.
I am, and I'm just picturing germs like jumping on like all sorts of air molecules.
Hey, Chris Rock, get off your ass, man. If there's gonna be a time to remake Osmosis Jones, it's right now.
Well, and I picture like they're jumping on and they're floating into my mouth and nose and ears and eyes and everything. That's what I picture. That's why I said that.
You're right. Okay,
Yeah.
so question now. Semi-related, tangential at best. Lawrence Fishburne played Thrax in Osmosis Jones. Who plays COVID?
Who plays COVID? Someone evil.
Definitely not Asian. You cannot do an Asian
Why
person
would I
for
do
COVID.
Asian?
No, I feel like that should be a rule.
Why wouldn't it be Donald Trump?
Do you want to pay him for being in a movie?
No, it's free. Yes, this is volunteer service for being such an asshole. Sorry.
For what?
Okay, somebody evil.
Giancarlo Esposito would be great.
Willem Dafoe?
Willem Dafoe is COVID. I don't know, because Thrax was like a super cool villain who wore a trench coat for some reason. That was weird. But like, do we go that far? Like, what kind of villain? You know who actually might be really good? Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, he's good.
Because he's creepy in Nightcrawler. I can see, I don't know. But you got to be like kid movie creepy.
Okay, I'll have to think on it.
Crispin Glover.
I was gonna have
And done. All right,
yeah,
Crispin Glover. Nailed it.
Yeah, always kid movie creepy. Kid creep. Sorry.
Nope.
That's weird.
Nope. Nope. Let's not go there.
Okay, sorry.
Let's not go there. Actually, the bully from Like Mike, he might actually be good. We've seen him in a couple new movies.
Yeah, but he's trying to be nice now, so leave him alone. Let him be nice.
What's his name? The guy from Mighty Ducks. There's a bunch of guys from Mighty Ducks who actually became like actors later. Juicy Smollett.
He's not a
villain.
No.
But no, he was in Mighty Ducks, and then seen him pop up later because I was like, man, how do I know the name Jussie Smollett? And then I was looking at my copy of Mighty Ducks on VHS for some reason. I was like, oh hey, there he is.
No, so okay, we're done with that topic. Move on.
All right, what else you got?
Oh, what else do I have? We have 6 minutes.
No, you don't. Just stop.
Yeah,
looking
we
at the
do.
clock. You know what? Fine. Watch this movie.
Ooh.
And, all right, cool.
Boy, I can't tell time in my head. That's.
No, you can't.
No, I can't.
No, you cannot. You're
what?
so bad at telling time.
No, I can't.
No, like 2 days
telling
ago.
time? I'm bad at telling time?
2 days ago,
What?
you were like, man, it feels like it's about midnight. Nah, dude, it's 8:17.
Oh, no, sorry. That's just being exhausted.
From what?
I do stuff in a day, kid.
You and Lucy have the same type of
Oh
exhaustion.
my God.
Where like Lucy sleeps all day and then sleeps completely through the night.
Okay,
I have
Lucy
no idea
doesn't
how she
work.
does it.
Lucy doesn't have a job. I have a job.
Would you make the dogs get a job if you could?
No.
I feel like Gamba would want.
Well, maybe part time.
Gamba would definitely want to work.
Yeah, Gamba wouldn't want to work. Lucy, I feel like she just want to sit there and be Paris Hilton.
No.
Really?
She likes being outside too much. She likes like going out and doing stuff. She went on hikes with me. Lucy would be a fantastic secretary. Here's the thing: if dogs had ethnicities, Lucy is definitely the white girl in yoga pants.
For sure.
Who
Pumpkin
does?
lattes.
Huh?
Pumpkin lattes.
Oh, for sure. No, that's definitely Lucy. But at the same time, like I feel like I've indoctrinated Lucy driving around enough, where like her favorite artist, like she'd be like, oh man, well what kind of music do you listen to? Oh, I really like Thundercat and Mobb Deep, and you'd be like, super pick with Mobb Deep. All right, cool. Gamba's definitely black. Gamba wears do-rags.
Gamba wears do-rags.
Actually, let me say it this way. Gamba wears do-rags with the tail out.
Oh boy.
Gamba definitely has a cape out on his do-rag.
That's funny.
I haven't figured out Nanda yet.
I think she's a mom.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Just
She's those girls with like a really old spirit.
that are just super nice.
Yeah, super nice. All they want to do is babysit your kids because they love them too.
Kind of like a girl I dated at one point that I'm not going to name
Good
because
for
I
you.
don't think I've named any girls I've dated here. I've definitely disparaged like 3 of them, but no, they kind of like her.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. But yeah, I think she's just an old spirit. But
I can see her like that.
all right, so this is about time we wrap up. So
No,
how
it's
do you
not.
gonna? Yes, it is.
Do you have anything else?
What's
You said you want to do an MSN
I
amount
said
of topics.
I said half hour. What's your wrap up music?
I don't have wrap up music.
Do. Make up a song.
That is something that I've been wanting to do actually is to get on. Wait, hold on. Are you stopping this early because you're hungry or because you don't want to talk anymore?
Well, it's almost time, Braven.
How?
You know
Almost
that.
time for what?
To
You
stop.
and me are both off work today. It's almost time for. You and me are both off work. There's no sports coming on. We don't watch
Oh my
TV on a
gosh.
weekly schedule anymore.
I don't even care about TV or sports coming on.
Well, it's not like we're in a rush to do anything.
I have to. I'm so hungry.
Okay, no, let's talk about that. When you say you're so hungry, how hungry are you? Like, what are you gonna go eat that you're so hungry for?
I'm gonna make some a baked potato and put broccoli and mushrooms on it.
And how much of that are you gonna eat?
All of it.
I don't think so. So, I will. Oh, you know what? Okay. All right. I got one last thing for you to talk about.
Okay.
So you recently made a Instagram page for your garden. What is it? Can you just go ahead and describe it?
So I'm beginning to work on it now. It's called My Habitat for Insanity. My Habitat for Insanity. So number 4, and it's welcome to my living room, which is my backyard, my BY. It's just kind of being involved in the black girl plant world. Black girl plant world. Woo! Look at that. Is being involved in the black girl plant world, and just learning how to grow things and just share that hobby, that joy of that hobby with other black girls. Well, other people, but it's just we black girls don't get enough recognition that we like other things than twerking. So,
which there's nothing wrong with twerking, black girls.
but it's nice that there are things that people that we're not relegated to just that. There's other things that hobbies and things that we like.
Do you feel like black women are underrepresented in what else do you think black women are underrepresented in?
A lot of things. I think a lot of the hobby aspects of things.
I think black people.
Black people in general.
I don't think
nobody
black people are
expects
allowed
us
to
to
have
like
hobbies.
birding or gardening or I enjoy. We travel. You travel really? Yeah, just like anybody would. Or just people like doing other things. There's the stereotype of what black people really like, and those things are true, and I do enjoy some of those things. But you're more of a person than just those stereotypes, and I think it's just nice when you can share that love of the other things that you enjoy. There's black skiers, and there's black hockey players, and there's like all those things. It's nice when you can share those loves
It's
with other
funny
people.
that you brought up black skiers and black hockey players. I do follow a black snowboarder named Zeb Powell. He's killer. But one thing that was really interesting to me that it didn't really hit me until I was reading an article about it. And I wonder if this is true in other parts of the world, because what I've noticed is that in America, it's super weird for a black guy to play soccer and play hockey. But in Canada, the national sport is hockey, and there are black people in Canada,
Right.
so they play hockey in Canada. And in France, it's the same with soccer. And so I'm kind of wondering if because your mom, to your mom who grew up on a farm in Tennessee, it's not weird to grow plants.
Right.
So I wonder if in different parts of the world, it's like, no, this is just what we.
Oh, I most
and of course,
definitely.
in rural, in agrarian communities, of
Yeah.
course. But I do wonder if that's if there are people that are just like, yeah, no, this is just what we do in Jamaica.
Yeah, definitely. I think that, but I think a lot of times people don't even put that together.
Yeah.
There might be other people. Well, I don't have anything in common with that person right there. You mean the person standing in line with you that has the same exact item in their hands as
Yeah.
you do? You absolutely do have something in common. You're choosing not to see it.
Well, I think too, one of the issues with that. Well, I think this is going to explode after COVID. I really do. I really think that you're going to, because right now, you're buying composting stuff online, and you're buying a lot of people are buying plants online, and I don't think that people are seeing each other because they're not going out. We went out today to Target and it was empty. There was 6 people in there. So I do wonder too, because the circle that I'm part of, I constantly see black girls going to Michael's and going to,
That's good.
doing stuff. But something else I noticed too, I see that in Atlanta.
So
I see that in
yeah,
Houston.
that's
I see that in
probably a
New
thing
York.
that happens like that. I think, just probably in those certain areas you see it. I think, and it could also be that maybe the black people aren't putting all that stuff out there. It could be that
That's
they're
what I
not.
think too.
But the black girl plants and the black girl, my site and everything, those were hard to come by. It was hard to find all those
But when
people.
you found them, I bet you found a lot of overlap.
Yeah,
Where so-and-so
it's
follows
nice.
so-and-so,
Yes,
and,
exactly.
I
That's
bet- I
that I
guarantee you
thought
found a bunch
when I
of
saw that.
overlap.
I'm like, wow, this is the same person that follows this person. This
Yeah.
person. I'm like, wow, that's so cool. So it's really nice to see, and it's nice to be a part of that. And I would encourage black people that if you have hobbies, put them out there. Let other people know you're doing them.
So this
So they have somebody to connect with too.
question about the generational.
I'm done.
With me, last question. With
You've
me,
said that before. You've tricked me this way before.
what I noticed is that my generation is very much open, a lot more open, as far as we will put our hobbies out there. You can be a black guy into metal, you can be a black guy into soccer. There's a whole coalition for black hockey fans and black soccer fans that's been coming out recently. Just black fans. Do you think that your generation that was kind of you garden?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, that was something that wasn't, really prevalent. I grew up in the suburb of a city. But it was right next door. They were adjacent. So, I definitely think that, and I think that it's important that we just support those hobbies that other people have.
Yeah, I think it's interesting too, because I didn't grow up in the hood. I've been in and around hoods, but I did not grow up in the city. And what I've noticed is that, especially when I lived in the South, you met a lot of people who had country cousins. So they would be from, the Bronx, and then they had country cousins who were from North Carolina.
Yeah.
And so I've noticed that because of the internet, a lot of those people are coming together. Because, wait, hold on, man, you watch basketball too, or you watch MMA too, or you play video games. I've noticed that a lot of those people, those country cousins, are starting to come together. And do people still get? I haven't seen it as bad where people get made fun of. Now, do I see people get made fun of every now and then for oh, y'all country down there, y'all be saying stuff like that? I still see that, but it seems a lot more good natured, whereas beforehand it almost felt combative.
Yeah, I don't like that. But I'm done.
All right, so do you have anything to plug, anything to add, anything
No,
else?
I think we'll pick up where we left off. I don't know when.
When?
But what did I just say, kid?
We need a schedule, man. I'm trying to turn this into a thing.
Well, we'll discuss it. We'll figure it out. We'll block out times and things like that.
I think Sundays would work.
Well, I think it's time for me to really go eat.
All right,
And we'll end it like that every time. And I think it's time for me to go eat. Dun-dun-dun.
I actually kind of like that. So,
Zap. Goodbye.
follow at Starving Artist Creative. Follow Habitat, or was it My Habitat
My
for Insanity?
Habitat 4, the number 4, My Habitat for Insanity.
Do you want people following your own personal page or no?
No.
All right, I'm at Grown Up Kid 94. I'm working on a lot of new stuff. I took the whole week off, so you'll probably be hearing a lot from me over the next few days. I'm gonna go ahead and put this up the same day. Usually I hold it for the next day, but I don't see a point in doing that right now. I'll just put it up the same day. Appreciate it. Thank you. Subscribe to the Patreon. And all right, appreciate it. Oh, really quickly. 35 minutes, not bad. All right, take it easy, guys. Thank you for listening. Peace.
Peace.